Well, this is Wednesday night, and let's see. I didn't even look at my watch. So what time is it there, Robert?
Let's see, 3. It'd be probably.
It's nearly 10 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's
7 hours difference.
the what? 7? I don't know. 7 o'clock. Yeah.
All right. Well, they are. I've already spoken with my wife. I pastor a little church over in Limestone County. It takes us about an hour to drive there from where we live. So she'll probably worship at home tonight and just call in. I've asked her to call my flock, and it may be a little while yet before they get into church. But I try not to worry too much about what's going on at home. Maybe they'll do
It's
that.
actually 2 o'clock in the evening there.
They're all right. But well, y'all went to Jimmy's tonight. Did you see anything that struck your fancy?
Oh yeah, she bought her necklace. It's what is it? A widow's mat.
All right.
We bought a little guy playing golf, and another little necklace. So, yeah,
Okay, good deal. Well, I haven't made that excursion yet. I've been a little bit under the weather, as y'all know, but I've just began to get my feet up underneath me, and extracurricular activity has gone by the wayside this week. So I've been pretty much going straight to the room and crashing, but I'm hoping to get caught up a little bit. Let me say, just as a new friend and someone who have been formerly unacquainted with you, just from observation, I'm a pastor too, and so I've actually learned a lot about you from observing your parishioners. How many church people did you bring with you on this trip?
We actually carried. There was 14 in our group. One's my secretary, and she's not a member of our church, and then 2's from another church. So we actually carried what's that? 10?
10 of your church
11 of our church members.
The notations that are made in the booklet that Judy prepared for us have been very helpful, and I've noticed a lot of people from Cedar Bluff. And I've been kind of eavesdropping on some of the citizens of the town of Cedar Bluff. Is that the city that?
Cedar Bluff, Alabama.
Quite an interesting town. It has quite an interesting political history. So I won't get into that on this tape, but may I say that just from observing you and interacting with your people, you've been both interacted and fellowshiped with everybody here, but your people seem to appreciate you and love you a great deal. They seem to be very proud to be here with you, not only here with you, but to have you as their pastor. So
I'm very proud to be their pastor. It's a good church, located in a great area. It's the Weiss Lake area. They claim to be the crappie capital of the world. Not Alabama, crappie capital of the world. And it's a beautiful lake. It's sort of turned into a retirement place, but it's a small town, about 1,300, just a real good place to live.
How long have y'all been there as pastor and wife?
Be 6 years, June the 12th.
Well, all right.
So we're having a great ministry there, and God's blessed it. The church is doing good.
Well, as I said, just from observation, your folks, the ones that have come here, are very fond of you. I've enjoyed. You've had opportunity to speak or read or recite or testify in various places, and does your church record any of your messages, or do you broadcast or anything like that?
We record them, some of them.
Okay. Well, I'll have to get a tape. I'd like to hear you actually bear down and preach sometime. But you guys wanted to ask you. Obviously, Cindy, I understand you have a form of ALS. And obviously, as you prayed about this, I know you've been here before, but in thinking about this trip and coming here this time, obviously required some prayer and making a decision to come here. And could you share with us a little bit about the process of how you finally made up your mind, or how what process did you go through to get to say, well, you know what, we've got some problems. We could just play things safe, or we could just go on and live our life to the extreme. I don't know if that defines the question, but I hope you understand. I'd be interested in knowing kind of what in the world are you doing here in the Holy Land? That's the question, I guess.
I think you can let any kind of disability stop you, and hers is a little different than probably somebody else's, because this is not a handicap accessible area.
Exactly.
I came in '99, checked the place out, knew it wasn't handicap accessible. She came back in 2000, hard to get around, but she has a wonderful attitude about it. We thought about it, prayed about it. She thought about it a long time before she came this time. We knew it was going to be a grueling, 13 days, because we were going to Egypt, then we were going to Petra, and we'd come to Israel. But it's such a drawing place, especially Israel.
Yeah.
As a Christian, we're coming back to the land that Jesus walked in, and it just really, something that just draws you here. And she loves to come as much as I do. A lot of difficulty, and we did have to take yesterday off.
Yeah.
And then we, started back today, and she seemed to be doing real good. And another thing, everybody's so helpful, to help her get around because of her walking, and that makes it, but we didn't want to let a disability stop us from going anywhere. You can't be scared to go anywhere and just sit at home. You've got to, just do the best that God will let you do, and just trust in Him. And I think He's provided, He provided us the strength and the grace to be here.
All right. Well, you did mention that you took yesterday off, and that seems to have given you a new wind, a new breath, and a second go at it. But you've been very inspiring to everybody. Both of you have. But I thought Cindy's innards would get joggled out of her today on some of those steps. But some things we take for granted, I guess, and I just as a kind of commercial for our own country, we've made it mandatory in America that every place has to be a place that people with all kinds of physical challenges can get in and out of. And I don't guess I ever thought. Sometimes I'd pull up to Staples and say, surely there's not this many crippled people in Decatur. I'd park way out the end of the parking lot and have to walk all the way up here. But I'm sure that has cost a lot of store owners and a lot of government buildings, millions and millions of dollars. But how much can you change a historic site like this and rearrange it so that it can be, I can see the point. But I really appreciate our country, and we can do things and go places, and I will never take that for granted again.
Well, it shows the greatness and uniqueness of our country. Even though I love to come here, and this is my favorite place, Israel. And maybe I would have to say probably the Tiberias area a little more so than Jerusalem, even though there's more historical markers in Jerusalem than in Tiberias. But it shows the uniqueness and greatness of our country compared to any other country in the world, because we are handicap accessible, and, it's just different.
Well, and mentioning yesterday also, I didn't know what all you did to rest or recuperate, or if Cindy got to catch up on her soap operas or watch Oprah or anything like that. But any time during this has been a pretty grueling thing for me, and I'm supposedly completely healthy. Any time when you said that you thought or said or discussed with each other we shouldn't have come, or I wish we hadn't come, have you had any regrets so far?
No, we got tired. It's been real tiring. But yesterday she got to rest, and most laid around, slept, and all that. And no, it's just a great trip. You build friendship with other Christians, other pastors. This is my fourth time to come with Donnell, and Cindy's third time to come with Donnell and Sandra, and we love it every time. And they're a gracious host, and anybody that can come on a trip here. A lot of folks are worried about safety. I've never felt threatened here. It's a secure country. And then Donnell and the tours that he does, they're tremendous tours, real spiritually uplifting like we had today in the garden. In every place that we've been, it's truly not a vacation.
Yeah.
It is a spiritual journey.
Yeah. And
just really a good time. And I would encourage anybody that could come to come. It will enhance their walk with the Lord.
All right. Well, thank you, both of you. I appreciate your time. And I wish I could say that I'd give you all a chance to kind of look at this before we put it on the disc, but you're going to pretty much be stuck with my editing. But I appreciate your time tonight, and I know that everybody will enjoy your. You have all the words, but she has the pretty face and the smile, and she's nodded appropriately all throughout. And actually, she said as much with her face and gestures as you have with your voice, Robert. So thank you both.
Thank you.
Well, let's see. What am I looking at? You or that?
Look, why don't you just, what I've been doing with everybody else is getting I've been directly behind the camera, but I'm not doing that here. But we've just been having conversations. You've had the distinct pleasure of being my roommate since this journey began. So if you'd like to unburden yourself right now and to say what a jit you think that was from the beginning, well, just go right ahead. I can take it.
Well, I think it's been great being your roommate. It was a little bit strange when we first met, not knowing each other, but you being sort of under the weather, sort of looking out for each other. But really and truly, it's been a great experience. Got to know new people, and especially you.
Well, may I say that, and forgive me, this is a characterization. You're like a world traveler. You have a great sense of humor, and you mix and mingle with all the people well, and everybody that knows you here on the group. And you're an Alpha insurance agent. That just seems like the most boring job in the entire world. So that you don't really fit that profile. So evidently you're more than your occupation.
I'm really not an agent. I'm a district manager with Alpha.
Which seems to me to be even worse. You're in charge of all the agents, right?
Right.
But there is a world of insurance. My brother sold insurance for Allstate for many years, but sure. You're helping people. Obviously, they're still in good hands if they're with you, even though sure. They're not Allstate. How long have you been doing that job, Marvin?
Been with them 26 years as a district manager with Alpha.
That seems. How big is your district?
Compass, it is 6 counties of Alabama, from Tuscaloosa toward the Mississippi state line. Have 31 agents, 44 secretaries, and 11 adjusters. It works for me.
My goodness.
15 offices.
Can you run everything from headquarters, or do you do traveling? Do you do a lot of traveling?
I travel all over my district. Yeah.
So you're a hands-on guy. You don't feel like you can do everything by telephone or by fax?
No,
and all that
I hire and train and fire, and if I have to.
All right.
It's been a great experience.
Well, is this track you feel led of God to stay on until retirement?
Yes, I plan on working another 9 years, if the Lord's willing and my health holds up.
What's above district manager? Do you have your sights set on any other kind of corporate, within your corporation, a position that you think that you might ride out in the last part of your days, or you like what you're doing now?
I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy my job. I look forward to going to work every day, and it's a great privilege to get to work with a lot of great folks, and we do help a lot of folks. When the Hurricane Katrina came through, and even Ivan when it went through Gulf Shores, my company was there writing checks the next day, and we can put people's houses back together, and we can repair their automobiles. But the greatest calling, I think, of all is whenever a loved one is lost. We can't replace that person, but we can be a continuation of life for that individual's family, and that's where life insurance comes in. And we sell all types. We're a multi-line company, and I've delivered a lot of death checks, and whenever you deliver one of those and see those little children's eyes, Daddy may be gone, but Mom and the kids can continue to live through the beauty of life insurance.
So obviously, it appears that your faith is an asset to you in this. Do you think a non-Christian could be as effective as you are?
Well, I don't know if they could or not, John. I think that my faith in God has certainly helped me. I know that God has opened many doors for me in my life. And throughout my work with this company, I definitely have tried to be an honorable person, to show the love of Christ that's in my heart. I think it's a challenge each day, but it's a challenge that I look forward to, going to work each day and seeing people how we affect people's lives in a positive manner. And yes, I think that God has been a big part of my life.
Well, and it seems, I know that you're here with, you're associated with a lot of the people who are here through your church. And
Yes.
what does God have you doing at your church? What a position of leadership or a position of service? What do you do at your church?
Well, I'm teaching a Sunday school class, and I have been teaching that class now for a little over 2 years at East McFarland Baptist Church. Brother Doug Reeves is our pastor. Just love the church. There is such a feeling of love within our church. You can see it on this trip, the 9 folks that we brought. We all stay together. We help each other out. But to be on this trip with those people from our church, we are going back and having a ministry in our church of these trips. And hopefully we'll see others that will want to go on future trips to the Holy Land. It has changed my life in the way that I have taught my Sunday school class. Things that I'd read about in the Bible for all of my life. I am a pastor. I'm a ordained Baptist minister. I have pastored 3 different churches. I have been out of the pastorship for several years, and I feel led that God is leading me to teach in this Sunday school class. And I'm bringing a part of this back, and it seems like that after I went to the Holy Lands last year, the Bible just became alive for me. Things that I'd read about the travels of Jesus Christ, now all of a sudden I've been there, and I have seen with my own eyes. And what I plan on doing is taking the things that I see in the Holy Lands and carry those back to individuals that have not had a chance to ever see it. And maybe through my eyes, they will be able to see some part of the Holy Land and what it means to me.
Let me say that just you've been very helpful to me. You seem to have a tremendous grasp on where things are, where we are, what's over the next hill. I mean,
Right.
I've studied this in the topography and the geography all my life as well, and I guess I could look at a map and tell you where everything is at.
Sure.
But you seem to be able to, wherever we have been on the bus, you've known where we are and what's
Right.
over the next horizon, things like that. So I let me commend you for that, and I appreciate you. You've helped me get some really good camera shots saying this is coming up next, and this is something you won't want to miss. So I appreciate that, and I don't know if your Sunday school students will ever see this or not, but I think you must be a very good Sunday school teacher, and I would think they have a unique opportunity to study under you, because it's more than academic to you. Of course, it's a very obviously a very spiritually moving thing to you, but you have a grasp of it. It's something that's a part of you now. So, and I think
That is correct.
that's bound to make your lessons and your illustrations very lively and entertaining and enthralling, I would think. And I sense in you that if you could take every member of your Sunday school class and just bring them here, that you feel like you would hit pay dirt. And,
I would love it.
It would be like the gold rush. So I don't know how many. What age group do you teach, by the way?
Well, it's a different age group. It varies anywhere from 20-year-old right on up to 45-year-old.
I know that kind of church group. We have them at our church.
It's a mixed class, and my class is open to anybody that wants to come. And my class is very active in trying to call people and recruit people, and we all are working toward one thing, and that is to save people and get them to the saving grace of God. And I think that's what our calling is about. And if me being over in Israel for these 2 times, there's 1,000 things, John, that I could be doing at home right now. We have a busy life. My life is going on. My family is 4,500 miles away, but yet they're allowing me to be in the Holy Lands. And this has been a tremendous experience. I love the Sea of Galilee when we were up there a few days ago. I just love that area. It seems like that when we stood on the Beatitudes Mountain and looked down, it's as if I could see Christ speaking. It's like the Bible and the places that we have visited have just come alive. And I think our gospel is not something that should be drab and dreary. It ought to be a message of hope that Jesus is alive and that he does love us and that he gave his only begotten Son. God gave us his Son, and through that, we all are alive today. It's a great, great time. It's a great time.
Well, I think your class will be tremendous beneficiaries of your previous trips, especially this one too. Guys, I have overheard you a few times say that you've never been to this place before. This
Right.
is something you've never seen. So
Right.
every trip is different, and
Sure.
obviously you're not redoing old things. That this is there are things you're going to take away from this trip that have been very profitable to you, and that you're gonna that you've
no doubt.
enjoyed.
And even some of the sites that we have visited again, we have seen something new of those sites today. For the last few days we've been in Jerusalem. And
Well,
yes,
today we were kind of led into a little secret garden that I
Right.
know most people don't. Have you ever been
we
in
didn't
that
get
place?
to go to that side.
So that's an amazing thing to me, that here's a place that's got a locked gate and
That's
nobody's allowed to go, but all of a sudden we just ask a few questions and our
It
guide,
was opened up.
and then we went around there, and probably, how many people have had access to that at all. So
I don't know.
I guess life is kind of like that. Sometimes we think, oh, they wouldn't let us do that, or
Sure.
we couldn't do that, or we probably should play it safe. But I think it's something I've been stricken by all of these people on this trip. They're risk takers, and
Sure.
it would certainly be a lot safer for them to stay at home and rocking in their rocking chairs, but here they are. But I appreciate you, and I hope that we can stay in touch. And as we are separated, we may even be on this journey again, but hopefully I'll be sharing a bed with my wife the next time I come.
Well,
So
I'm looking forward to that, number one.
Yeah.
But number two, if our travels should pass again and we're put together again, I couldn't think of a better roommate than the one I've had.
well,
this
thank you, and
time.
I've appreciated you too. And so we've seemed to have been paired off well, and I hope that I haven't been too annoying to you, especially when I was hoping that I might die and so I could get better.
We
But,
were all concerned about you, and there were a lot of people on this trip praying for you.
all right, man. Well, let's. It's about bedtime unless you want to watch another movie. So
No, we're fine.
all right. Thank you, Marvin.
All righty, bye-bye.